Welcome to TradersArmy.com, defending your right to build wealth and preserve capital for generations to come. Yeah, Wednesday. It is Wednesday. It's the first day of spring. Welcome, everybody, to today's edition of the Daily Market Commentary. I'm your host, Chuck Fulkerson. Hope you guys all had a great trading day yesterday. We're going to do what we do each and every day, take a look at the futures markets from an educational perspective, identifying potential breakouts and reversal opportunities. So let's go ahead and dive right in. For those of you that are in the LA area, by the way, we're doing a little bit of a traders meetup. So if you're interested in the traders meetup, I'll post a link down below for registration. We're going to do a couple of those around the country. It really is just an opportunity to get together, meet other traders, share ideas, share thoughts. So if you're interested, LA is this week, and I think Houston is next week. So let us know if you're interested. All right, diving in. So S&P 500 looks like we are basically flat in the pre-market. So yesterday we had identified a 15-minute level, and the 15-minute level that we hit actually worked out very well for a small time frame trade. I mean, price came in at 28.43, rallied all the way back up about 6 or 7 points. If you look at it on a 15-minute chart, we popped into here, traded all the way to the bottom of the level, and then moved up. Now, did not make it all the way up to the fair price value area, so it was good for a little bit of a move, and then we kind of came back down within our 6 candlestick rule, and so in reality, that one possibly worked for a little bit of a move. The hourly level did not hold at all. It actually wound up trading below, actually to the bottom of the low pivot, which is really where we had that area in here. I thought that this hourly level might hold. So the 15-minute level held up pretty well, but the hourly level, we actually cruised just right through that area. And so unfortunately, that one did not hold out for us. On an hourly chart, it's not a super wide level, but it didn't hold out. On the hourly chart, we have put in a lower low. On a 4 hour, which is still our big picture, because the big picture is really what governs what we do, I've not yet put in a lower low, right? I've got a swing low, but not a lower low. So technically still not the greatest of ideas to be a seller. I'm still trading against that big picture, but on the small time frame, if you want to give a short an opportunity, I wouldn't be, it's not a terrible idea. The hourly chart is showing some weakness. We actually have this little area up here where we may see another reversal. I am a little bit concerned with the fact that at the 2 a.m. European market open, we popped up. But if we break through that 2 a.m. European market open, I think there's a chance we'll see price kind of continue to come down. So if you're looking for a small time frame short, you do have an opportunity right here at this 28.39 to 28.42. Remember, this is only for day trading because our big picture is still telling us to be a buyer, so it's slightly lower degree of probability in there. There's another one up here. But if we make it to this one up here, then my guess is that we would blow right through it. Right, so we have 2 levels, but I think that the upper level, if we make it to that one, price would probably blow right through that area. Same picture in the NASDAQ. We'd come into our 15-minute level, got a little bit of a move off of it, and then went through, especially on the hourly time period, into that reversal point. If you want to give a short a chance, then it's the same kind of area right up here. If you want to try the short for, once again, a day trade opportunity, 73.85, 73.92, somewhere in that range. Now, for those of you that trade options, I know a lot of people have been asking me about adding more options content to the daily market commentary. I don't dive too deeply into options in the DMC just because it's tough to get into some of the subtle nuances, but if you are trading options, when I look at for example, the QQQ, and I go to the daily chart on the Qs, I'm gonna throw up the implied volatility indicator. So this is our TradersArmy.com implied volatility range, just a simple indicator just to show where are we in the range, right? Well, if you notice, we're way down here in the lower 20%. So in the lower 20%, we can simply buy calls and buy puts. So if you do want to take advantage of a little bit of a move down, it's an opportunity to step in and just buy a short-term put, even as a day trader, right? There's nothing wrong with day trading options by buying a put. So even though we are covering futures, it doesn't mean you can't take advantage of that utilizing an options trade. All right, next, let's look at crude oil. So crude oil yesterday, we had identified an area that we thought could be a little reversal, and we did get a nice reversal off of our 15-minute level for those of you that took it. And then we talked about, all right, taking some money off the table and price reversed, right, as we had kind of thought through that. So price is coming down. I need to remove this level because I don't believe we're going to hit this level again and get another bounce because this traded all the way to the bottom. It was a total gap fill. And we are actually starting to come down. Now, if I look at this on a 4-hour, we are in a higher high, higher low scenario. However, our momentum is greatly weakened. If I throw my momentum indicator up there, if I throw my momentum indicator, you'll see that I'm putting in lower highs in momentum, which correspond with higher highs in price. So higher highs in price, lower highs in momentum, we anticipate price rolling over just a little bit. So if we anticipate price rolling over a little bit, if I go down to the 15-minute chart on this one, I believe that we've actually started the rollover here, and our better trade is going to be, finding a way to jump in on a breakout short. We've already hit the breakout level. So now we're looking at what's the origin of that breakout. So you may get another bite at the apple at some point today for price to pop back up into this range, into this realm. Okay? So there's our crude oil level. Now, our best trade of the day yesterday was our gold level. So our gold level, if you notice, came right into our supply level that we had talked about yesterday and then started to move away very nicely. This is a really good picture of just price moving between demand and supply, right? This is a good picture of price moving between our two fair price value areas. And we came down, we hit the demand level, went up to our supply level, and now we're starting to come back down. So it's identifying both turning points. Where can I see both turning points in a trade and in a market? And leave a comment down below if you're able to catch that trade. Both levels are still valid, okay? But I have to change their entry style to confirmation style entries. So both still have validity. They just have to move to a confirmation style entry at this point. Next, let's look at the bonds and the currency markets. So looking at the bond markets here, starting with the ZN. Yesterday we talked about the fact that we were just chopping along sideways and we have nothing to add and nothing to see here. Move along. We're not going to add anything to that list. We also talked yesterday about the Aussie breakout trade. So the Aussie trade, we had our little bit of a move down right into there, and we came right to our area of demand. I mean, price came right into our demand area, which is exactly the trade that we were looking at, was the trade down into demand. So if you were able to catch that breakdown, great. And then also if you were able to catch the rally back up into the demand level, and that's what we did. We came into the demand level to gap fill and a strong move away. So leave a comment down below if you're able to catch either one of those opportunities. And by the way, if you did catch this long, it's time to take your stop and move it up to probably right underneath this range here at about 70.84. That would be a good spot to take your stop and move it up underneath that area to lock in some profits. Because we have come to the opposing fair price value area, so a good opportunity to take some money off the table as well. In the euro, we didn't really add anything in the euro, and I'm glad we didn't. And so I still don't have anything new to add to the euro. Now the Canadian dollar, we broke out to the upside, and unfortunately, this one came right into our area that was identified here and was unable to get us much more of a run on the breakout. But we came right into this area here, caught a reversal, and now have started to kind of come back down. So there was a little bit of a trade on the breakout, but unfortunately it didn't continue the run. So my guess is you didn't get much profit out of that one, and you're probably back to about a break even, maybe a little bit worse off. But ultimately we're seeing some weakness in general. So I think there's a chance price will continue to go down. We still have this demand level down here that price could make it down into. We're kind of in the middle, in between those two. So you're probably better off waiting for price to come into the level, and then this actually, because we've come so close to it a couple of times, I'm going to move that to a confirmation style entry. All right, last, certainly not least, Great British Pound, Japanese yen. In the Great British Pound, we did get our breakdown trade. So price has broken down below the level that we had spoken about yesterday, and we're continuing to move. So if you're on that breakdown short, then you are doing very well. Price is moving, doing its thing. And then the Japanese yen, unfortunately, is still in between our areas. Did not come to either one, so we will leave them both in play. As far as today goes, anticipate, where's price going to come into our levels for potential reversal trades, and that's kind of what I'm looking at for today. Is, are we going to get another bite at the apple? Remember that we're going against the big picture here a little bit on this short, but it could be a decent little day trade opportunity. But I certainly wouldn't change my overall big picture bias. Tomorrow, no daily market commentaries. We have a live trading room tomorrow morning, and then a live open forum session for Traders Army subscribers. So we'll be back on Friday with the daily market commentary. Hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you soon. Later.